Uh-oh.
What?
Are the Suns in trouble?
I mean, they're down 0-2 in a playoff series. It's not a great spot to be in.
Oh, no. Welcome
no.
to the PHNX Daily Bet Show. I'm your host, Shane Diefenbach, joined as always in person by Shawn DePaz.
Yo.
Hello.
Hey.
Hopefully the Suns the Suns at home are better than your Eastern Conference playoff picks for
that was so unnecessary.
Yeah, well, I was looking at it. So
these are for the second round, and they are going to do good in the second round.
How'd you do in the Eastern Conference?
I don't 0 for 4. I don't got to talk about
it. I went 1 for 4.
Hey, what was the one that you picked?
Were
you on the Devs?
No.
I'm guessing you didn't pick the Florida Panthers.
Oh no, I picked. No, I didn't pick the Florida Panthers. I picked one person. I forget who it was. I don't remember. I don't know who's in the East.
The East, the series where it was Toronto. Did you pick Toronto over Tampa?
No, I picked Tampa because Tampa was my champion.
And then there was the Devils Rangers.
Okay, I think I might have picked the Devs.
And then there was the.
That's the one I'm forgetting.
Wow. Oh no! What?
Never mind. Who cares?
What?
This is terrible podcasting, guys.
What's going on?
The Phoenix Suns.
Carolina Hurricanes to the New York Islanders.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
I picked the Islanders in that
series. The Hurricanes.
Yeah.
There.
That was the smart choice. There we go.
There we go. So Josh the Hooper Aries says we'll be fine. We have home court. So I'm kind of in between both sides.
Yeah,
right
same.
Now because there are fans that are already saying, what are we going to do with X contract and Y player and Monty Williams? And I'm like, hold the phone.
Yeah, relax.
And then there are some fans saying like, guys, we're going to win both games at home. Everything's going to be fine. And it's going to be a best of 3. I'm like,
you shouldn't have that much confidence.
Sure. But if the Suns just got ran last night, but I don't know if the game was different last night, I'd be on that same page. But the way they lost just really sucked.
Yeah,
and it just kind of exposed the Suns even more. We'll get to the refs in a second. It exposed the Suns even more because down the stretch with 5 minutes to go, when the Nuggets took back the lead, the game was over.
Mm-hmm.
The Suns were gashed. There was no answer for Jokic, and I mean the depth just killed them.
Yeah,
and when you have 113 minutes from your bench and only 4 points or whatever to show for it, you're not going to win many basketball games. The refs, I think did they get 7 or only 5 last night? Regardless, it's the Suns didn't deserve free throws.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one thing we know about the Suns team is they are not good at drawing fouls. They don't get to the paint enough to do that.
Book was trying to be a free throw merchant in the first half last night and didn't get there. Book was fantastic. Kevin Durant played his worst playoff game of his entire career. And I don't think it's going to happen again.
So Jamal Murray, though.
Yeah, then that kind of hurts even more.
Yeah,
him and MBJ were not very good. Look, you can't be a jump shooting team.
Yeah, exactly.
Free throws, 100%. Look, I think they take care of business tomorrow, or not tomorrow, so on Friday. On Friday, lots of rest. I don't think Chris Paul plays, but the rest definitely helps. I believe, I don't know if the stat was just made up. I didn't fact check it, but I saw on Twitter. I did my research. Do your own research. The Phoenix Suns, or not the Phoenix Suns, teams down 2-0 going into game 3 back home and are favored, win 79% of the time.
Nice.
Just win the game. So they're favored by 4 or 5. I think it opened at 4 and moved to 4.5. So that's a good sign if you're a Suns fan.
Oh yeah. I mean, listen, you talked about already. There's 2 camps here, and I think the right spot to be is firmly in the middle of them. I think if you are,
do you set up your own camp?
Yes, I do. It's my own.
You know how to make fire?
Yes, an intent to.
Really?
Actually, no. Do I strike you as outdoursy?
No.
I was gonna say because I'm
with that.
This
you
kind of gives outdoors,
today.
But outside of that,
you're giving outdoors.
My clean. I can't believe I just said that. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever said that in my entire life.
It's probably my least favorite thing.
I hate it. I didn't even fully realize that I said it.
It's the worst.
It gives outdoors. Oh my god.
Does anyone second guess the KD trade?
Does anyone give outdoors?
Stop. Does anyone second guess the KD trade, or is it too soon to judge? It's definitely too soon, but I also don't think that you can say we got 1 year, we got a mulligan year.
Yeah,
try to win now.
I mean, I don't think we've learned anything about this trade that we didn't know when it happened. Like, they completely gutted their bench depth, and they have a top 5 player in the NBA when he is healthy. And that's what we've gotten so far. I think the one thing that I think someone mentioned this on Twitter that I saw last night, that like, I think some people thought KD was going to come here and he was going to be what Devin Booker has been in a lot of situations, where he's just like the best player on the planet and absolutely take over the game, and haven't necessarily seen that from KD in the playoffs. You haven't seen him be the best player on the Suns team, which I think a lot of people expected from him. But
yeah, after game 1 of the Clippers series, it felt like they were kind of coasting, even though the buckets they were getting were still tough. Like, it felt like they were kind of coasting. Like, there was a couple of size of reliefs, and we saw some crazy runs, like at the end of game 3 or 4, I believe, that you got kind of, you clenched a little bit, but like, it was never really in doubt. This series, obviously, it's in doubt because you're down 2-0, but like, just defensively, the Nugs are so much better, and you got to figure out a way to do that. And I think they do back home. I'm definitely taking them on BetMGM, and you can take them too. Right now, if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code PHNX. There's a few different offers depending on where you live, but for our Arizona audience, you'll get up to $100 in bonus bets on your first wager with BetMGM. Again, just make sure you use that bonus code PHNX. Plus, we got our Knockout Nights Cornhole League during the first Friday of every single month. Yes, that means this Friday. They're free to enter and will include food and beverage specials, giveaways, and BetMGM prizes, some free scratch for you, deposit matches, whatever it is. It's a good time down there at the sports book. Make sure to join us. But as I said, sign up using that bonus code PHNX to get your $100 in bonus bets. Check out the show notes for more details. And now listen to me talk about the wonderful disclaimer.
Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan.
So I think my boy is playing tonight.
Who's your boy?
I'm pretty sure Julius is playing tonight.
Is Jimmy Buckets playing?
No.
What?
I don't think so.
I asked that kind of rhetorically. They don't know yet, but he performed in warm-ups.
Oh, really?
He performed in shoot-around, yeah. And he looked good.
I thought it was trending toward he wasn't going to play.
Oh, everything that I saw when I looked recently was that
Oh, boy.
he looked good.
Well, here are my picks.
Participated in shoot-around and was moving well, according to
picked
Jared
the
Greenberg.
Knicks minus 5.5 because I assumed that he wasn't going to play.
You?
Don't assume, guys.
Make an ass out of Shane.
Yeah. Knicks minus 5.5. Julius Randle's going to take over this game. Look, no, I was laughing because I was like, yeah, I don't feel confident in this, and then I gave it up. Knicks minus 5.5. I'm still taking it. I take it to the bank. I also like their first half minus 3.5 or 4, whatever it is. You can get that right now at BetMGM. I think they control the first half pretty well. And then look, if Jimmy Butler wins this game, like by himself again.
Is Jimmy Butler one of the best playoff players of all time?
Well, yeah, he might be. But also I would say I might sprinkle on the Heat championship odds.
I've already sprinkled on the Heat to win the East. I did that after game 7. And I got pretty good value on it. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it was like plus 300 or something like that. Or no, it might have been further than that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but do it now before it's too late.
Lakers, Warriors, both these teams act like they love to play defense, and they really don't.
Yeah.
227's the over. I took the over in the Suns game last night at 227.
No.
I wanted to throw up.
Yeah.
Full trig all over BetMGM. Taking the over, Lakers, Warriors, 227 at BetMGM. And we're pretty different. We're pretty split on all of our picks, I'd say, today.
Yeah.
We both have the Stars, but I'm taking the Stars. Puck line, minus 1.5. Look, I think the Kraken will end up winning this series. I really do. I feel magic in the air. But the Stars and Rupee Hintz are going to assert their will tonight. Plus 150 at BetMGM. The Leafs, they made it past the first round. I think they got the weight off their shoulders. Take a deep breath, and now I think they dominate. This Leafs team is a wagon. Give me Leafs 3-way money line at minus 120. If you don't bet hockey often, 3-way money line just means they have to win in regulation and not in overtime. Because if the game goes overtime, you lose. But you get better odds. DePause?
I agree that I think, well, I mean, throw in my picks. We'll talk through all these. So first off, Panthers money line. I do think that the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to win this series. I just think they are a better team. That being said, you mentioned all of the weight being off of them. I would argue that it's kind of the opposite. I would argue that there is absolutely no pressure on the Florida Panthers because they just beat the Bruins in a series no one expected them to win, and now they're kind of playing with house money. They barely made the playoffs. Meanwhile, Toronto got past the first round, and now I think everyone's looking at Toronto being like, oh my God, they got past the first round. This is the year. There's a lot of pressure on Toronto, which means they are probably going to lose tonight. The Florida Panthers have been on fire. Matthew Tkachuk might be the best player in the playoffs. And this seems like a scenario where the Panthers win this first game and everyone is like, oh my God, here we go again. Toronto Maple Leafs going Toronto Maple Leaf, and then they come out and win the series in 6. And then the Stars money line, they're going to win the West. They're the best team in the West.
Nope.
The Otter is a wagon.
Nope.
You mentioned Rupe Hintz. They have a guy named Robertson is pretty good at hockey. Who else is going to be back? They're just a really good team. They're a deep team. I like them.
Like
there's just a lot.
That's being forced to read right now.
Because I am being forced to read. And then the Heat money line. I took this when it was at plus 200. I think it's still at plus 200. Obviously, this really depends on the on Jimmy Butler. If he plays, it's good. I would take it now if you can, because like I said, it seems like it's trending towards him playing. And I think when that becomes official, the odds are going to swing more in the Miami Heat favor, obviously.
I don't know how much. I think it'll probably. What is it? What's the line right now?
Plus 200. It's
5.5.
5.5.
5.5. Yeah, I think it'll probably go down to 3.5.
Yeah. So I just say if you're taking the Heat money line, which I think the Heat could maybe win this game. I just don't believe in the New York Knicks ever. You could have the dream. The dream team could be in the Knicks jerseys,
Julius
and
Randle,
I would not believe in them.
Best player in NBA history. Probably the worst playoff performer ever.
Oh, hey, hold on. Dylan Brooks exists.
Yeah.
Have fun in China.
Yeah.
I'm not nearly the first person to make that joke, but it's a good one.
No, it's a very good one.
Fuck that guy.
I love those Adam Silver memes where it's like start learning Chinese, buddy.
Oh, one of my friends from school, from my undergrad, made a joke on Twitter, and it was just all in Mandarin, and it was so good. But yeah, Heat
plus 200.
Heat up.
Bet MGM. Heat up.
What was the guy? What the Human Torch from Fantastic Four? Flame on.
Flame on.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the best
catchphrases. That's a very
phrases.
deep cut.
Yeah.
Too.
It's not a deep cut.
It's kind of a deep cut.
Four?
The Fantastic Four movie from like 15 years ago was kind of a deep cut.
You know what's a deep cut? The Fantastic Four video game on the GameCube.
Ooh.
That game went stupid.
Dude,
you know what else goes
goated.
stupid? These two players.
Yeah.
Actually, one of them is just kind of, I hate them.
One of them goes stupid. One of them, I was not gonna.
Yeah,
I was gonna be really
street clothes.
Yeah, street clothes.
Give me street clothes over 25.5 points. Kevon Looney, 20 rebounds.
Ooh.
Not enough defense, I don't think.
They
don't have a big guy. They have Kevon Looney. I mean, he's a big man, but he's not like a. He's
a big, not a big man.
Yeah, he's a big. You get tall man, you get big man, and he's in the middle. He's a big.
Well, no, there's tall man, big man, and then there's just tall and big.
Yeah, and he's on the farthest side of the spectrum, being big.
It's like one of those like 4-way grass where like you can go up in the corner and you're really tall and really manly,
he's
and then you're a tall
left.
man, or you're really big and really manly, or you could just be not manly at all and really big. And
he's chaotic.
Kevon Looney.
Chaotic
big.
Chaotic big. He's chaotic big. He totally is. Anthony Davis, 25.5 points. Give me the over on that. And then Austin Matthews to score at any time at minus 120. There's a reason why this is even money. The man is a wagon.
I love that. BetMGM is amazing, but they're not trying to give out free money because they do not have Matty Nyes lines. And Matty Nyes is a fucking wagon. 3 points in 5 games. He's been playing on that power play, I believe, with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
He's like 6 years old.
He's played no games. I think
every time he scores a goal, he goes goo goo gaga.
Yeah. I think they talked about this on Spitting Chicklets. Talked about how he's played like 40 games this year.
Yeah, plus 310 to score.
What? Oh, it just got added. Oh, no, not to score. I want his points. He has 3 assists in 3 playoff games. Yeah, 3 assists in 3 playoff games. Yeah. I really like him. They don't have his points or assists lines yet, but keep an eye on it as it gets closer to game time, because if that shows up, I do really like him. Mm-hmm. Like I said, he literally has played half as many hockey games as the rest of the guys in the NHL playoffs right now, and is really good at hockey still. So he's pretty fresh. I like that. But we can get into my props because I only got one for you. Bjorkstrand. Bjork. Anytime goal. He had 2 in that Game 7 win for the Kraken, but probably could have had 5. I mean, he had one that grazed off the goalie's mask and then off the crossbar and went out. He was all over the net. It seems like the kind of guy that just found it. He's on fire. Obviously, the Kraken's leading goal scorer, Jared McCann, not playing, which really sucks for them. Part of the reason why I don't think they'll win this series. But they're going to need goal scoring from somewhere, and it came from him last time. It came from Bjorkstrand, so I like him to find the board again, at plus 300 especially.
Yeah. His name is Oliver, and his last name sounds like a Swedish dog. Bjork.
I almost stole a Chihuahua yesterday.
Okay, we got to move on. Guys, it's been a pleasure as always. We're usually live at 12, but Derek dyed his hair today.
Yeah.
So go ahead and keep a lookout for that on PHNX D-backs. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane D. You can follow Shawn on Twitter at Shawn_DePause. Follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. We're live every Monday through Friday at noon right here in the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. You should follow PHNX_sports across all socials, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We'll see you tomorrow. But until then, peace, love, and Bjork.